right, so let's go from this to this. Today we're going to do some base coat stucco on top of this cinder block wall, and we're going to start by pressure washing this thing and try to get it as clean and etched up as possible so we have maximum adhesion to the base coat. Let me show you a couple things early on when I was first doing some stucco. I had some failure problems with adhesion. You see the base coat there was not sticking, and it kind of just creates problems throughout the base. If you knock on it there, it sounds pretty hollow, so that's how you know if you have some good suction or not. For the base coat itself, we're going with some QUIKRETE, just base coat stucco. It has big box stores. I start by mixing it with the concrete mixer just to try to get the water mixture instead of doing it in buckets. I feel like it's a pain in the ass. I start by just doing the concrete mixer, then I pour it out, and I finish it off with a mechanical mixer by hand there, just to get it a little more creamy, a little more buttery. And then yeah, just hand applying it, checking depth. If you don't go thick enough, you'll have some problems whenever moisture comes. The grout lines will show through the top coat, and it kind of looks a little shitty, a little amateurish in my mind. That's if you don't paint it. If you just leave it as a cementitious final coat, the water will absorb and it'll leave lines, and the grout lines will show. So I like to go a little on the thick side for the base coat, and it'll hide it. Yeah, and then just making sure it's flat, going through, using the little edgers to make the nice corners. And I'm not really worried about the texture of the smoothness just yet. Just trying to get it as flat as possible. It helps for when you do the base coat. And then just waiting a couple days for it to cure. I'll mist it down, try to create some cracks, and see if there's any problem areas that I need to fix before I go to top coat. And then yeah, for the top coat itself, some Omega product, COLORTEK Base 10. So the Base 10 is just the white, and I don't do any color packs on it, just to keep it simple for matching, and I just like the white. So I'll just use the base 10 by itself. I'll mix it up in a bucket. Oh, I should say before I do that, I do some both on the base coat and on the top coat. I'll do some bonding adhesive, maybe a 2-to-1 mixture, or just I thin it out a little with water and then I paint it on, and that just helps so the water or the stucco doesn't get absorbed into the cinder block too quickly, and it just makes it so you can't work with it. And I'm sure there's some chemical reactions there as well to help adhesion, but it goes a long way. So I do that to both the base and the top. So before I do the top coat, I'll put some concrete bonding adhesive onto the base coat and wet it down right here. So you apply the top coat just like you were doing the base, a little thinner obviously, and I had some problems with some bubbling here. I eventually worked it out with a trowel, and I was able to get it smooth again. And yeah, the hardest part for me, just doing it by myself, is applying everything before it dries, and being able to put that nice finish on it before it gets too tough. And the seams, when I'm blending old stucco to the new stucco there, for me it's hard to find that, to blend that, because it's so smooth, it's hard to blend the seams. But this is the first time I was actually pretty happy with how it came out. You can still see some of the edging there, some of the dark discoloration. That's from when I'm working it with a steel trowel too much. If you're painting it, obviously it's gonna all disappear. But I kind of like to try to aim for no painting, trying to keep it OG and just cementitious final coat. It just feels a little more baller and cool to do it like that, and not painting it just seems like a cheap way out. But it looks cool both ways. I've also done areas where I'll do I'll do a little bit of painting to blend the seams a little bit, to hide the mistakes. But yeah, I mean that's top coat stucco there, and I'll do the next video. We'll be installing some landscaping and some put up carpet trees just to finish out the hedges. Thanks for checking out the video, and let me know if you guys have any comments or suggestions for anything in the future. Appreciate it. Hit the like button, please, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks.